Hi, welcome back to American Sunrise. I'm Dr. G. Thanks for joining us this morning. We invite you to hop on in our Getter conversation, or over on Rumble you can join us, or the new place, YouTube. We have a great conversation going there as well. Time now to take the political pulse of America. And the beat today, a new poll finds Vice President J.D. Vance and California Governor Gavin Newsom are emerging as very early front runners for the 2028 presidential election. In the latest Emerson College poll, registered voters in California weighed in on who they predicted would be at the top of each party's respective tickets for the next battle for the White House. For reaction, I want to bring in to American Sunrise, Steve Gruber, Mr. Stephen Gruber. He is the host. Hello, Steve. I thought you were waving at me with your papers. It's good to have you with us. This poll is interesting, and it doesn't really gel with what we heard out of the most recent Turning Point numbers, and so there's some disparity out there. I don't want to act like this is a lay down that it's going to be Newsom and it's going to be J.D. Vance, because I think there are a lot of varying opinions, and I think a lot of people are saying, hey, I want to wait and see what these people, well, especially in the case of J.D. Vance. Who wants Newsom? I don't think anyone. But a lot of people are saying, J.D. is great, but we have a very deep bench on this side of the aisle, Steve.
I would say that the two, look, J.D. Vance, of course, he's in front, in the pole position right now. He's Donald Trump's guy. And he's out there and he's supporting Donald Trump, and he talks about the things that are making a difference in America, whether it's the borders or the economy. By the way, good news on the inflation. I'm sure you guys have talked about that already. More good news for the Trump administration. So the border is in good shape. The economy is in good shape. Donald Trump bringing yet another war to an end in Armenia and Azerbaijan. It's number 7, I think, if you're keeping track of such things. I think Barack Obama got a Nobel Peace Prize for stopping exactly 0 wars. Yeah. And Donald Trump was up to 7 in 200 days, and he'll get ignored because it's a political virtue signaling award, apparently. But the other guy, speaking of getting things done, Marco Rubio. Look, he has done a fabulous job. Yes. First guy since Kissinger in 1975 to be the National Security Advisor and the Secretary of State at the same time, doing a remarkable job. And man, you put these guys out there on the Sunday morning shows where they're just getting attacked, slings and arrows, gotcha questions, all of that. JD and Marco both, class acts, both able to, to dodge, pivot, parry, do whatever it takes to deal with these people at MSNBC and Chicken Noodle News or wherever else they go, ABC, of course, and all the folks that are trying to undermine the conversation at every turn. But boy, do Democrats have a problem today. What we've been hearing from John Solomon and the whistleblowers out there, Democrats, they can try to talk about Epstein. They can try to talk about Newsom coming after Donald. Nobody cares. The fact that Adam Schiff was now the known leaker of classified information in an express attempt to destroy Donald Trump, and there's a Democrat whistleblower, there is no bigger story today than this chapter. And I say this chapter because this is all part of the grand conspiracy that began sometime about July 2016 with Fusion GPS, Christopher Steele, and money coming by way of the Clinton campaign through Perkins Coie. This is the biggest scandal of my lifetime. Nothing else matters. And I mark my words, Adam Schiff is going to prison. If not for mortgage fraud, it's for deliberately leaking classified information that was brought to the attention of the FBI numerous times in 2017 and elsewhere. So where was Jeff Sessions? Where was Bill Barr? Where was Merrick Garland? And the list goes on. There's a whole host of people that were well aware of this or should have been. And if they were not in charge of their department. They're not in charge of their agency, and that's contemptible as well. We're looking at the biggest scandal in American history. So a lot of folks would say, look at what's happening. Again, the inflation number is better today. A lot of people say, well, look at Trump's numbers. They're down a little bit. It's 6 months into a presidency. Everybody's numbers soften a few months into the presidency. It happens to everybody. They're not in the 30% range like Joe Biden. And Donald Trump is doing things every single day, not to benefit himself. Do you think he's worried about poll numbers when he's dealing with Armenia and Azerbaijan? No, he's trying to save real people in real countries from being killed and dismembered and disfigured. I mean, the Democratic Republic of Congo and Rwanda, do you think Donald Trump's doing that so he gets a boost in his poll numbers? No, he's doing it because it's the right thing to do. And so pay attention, folks. We're a long way from the midterms. The economy number's a little bit better today than expected, 2.7%. Economy is always going to be number one when people vote. And I'm going to tell you, by the time we get a year down the road, people like Adam Schiff, these people should be in handcuffs. These people, if you're deliberately leaking classified information, this was the ruse to raid Mar-a-Lago and Melania's underwear drawer. Oh, he's got classified information he's not supposed to have. And you've got the House Intelligence Committee chair deliberately leaking, according to all of these pieces of evidence now, deliberately leaking. Oh, and Swalwell was in the room too. Good God, give me more popcorn. I'm just getting fired up here, and I'm having a good time doing it. We've got a lot to cover. I'm telling you, this is huge, and I want that guy Frogmire. You don't hear me say things like that very often, because I'm always pretty tempered, thinking, well, they might get him, they might not. They have got him dead to rights. They've got the whistleblower. They interviewed him 4 times at the FBI, 4 different times. As late as 2023, his story has not changed. He's a registered Democrat. He's got him, and he said, look, folks, this is treasonous behavior. And they said, yeah, don't worry about it. We'll never get caught. Ha! You got caught.
Hey, Steve, the history, though, suggests otherwise. In other words, don't get me wrong.
Oh, stop it. Do not rain on my parade. You knock it off right now.
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Steve. I want to go womp womp. Listen,
what are you throwing a wet towel
we bring
on
up
it
Epstein?
For? Come on, Dave.
Dare we bring up? Come on. I know, Steve. But look, I mean, come on. I know we want the perp walks and we want the prison time and everything. Who's going to have the, let's just say the word, cojones to do it? And it's not about Trump at this point, because he's got, we know he's got that.
It's going to be Pam Bondi.
Well,
you should say it that
will
way,
Pam Bondi even be around? I don't know. We'll see.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes, she will. And here's the thing.
You think so? I don't know about that.
Here's the thing. Well, whatever.
I love when Terrence starts going like this, because he's
This is getting good. Popcorn. Go ahead, Steve. I'm curious for you to make your next point. Go ahead,
Mortgage fraud
Steve.
is serious. Just start with mortgage fraud.
No, I know,
This
but I'm
mortgage
talking
fraud
about
is
the
real.
I know. Just
I
where they're going
understand
to do
that.
it, though.
The mortgage fraud. I'm talking about Adam Schiff. He is
Yeah, I
toast.
got it.
3 ways to Sunday. He's done. He's not getting out of it. Mortgage fraud that went on for 20 years, you don't get out of it. You signed multiple documents over 20 years. You don't get out of that.
Give me
You
one
don't.
perp walk. Just give me one. That's all I'm asking for.
for
Give me
real.
one.
Exactly. And who would not
I
enjoy
mean, we
seeing
don't
the
have
little
them.
pencil
Where
neck at
are
perp
they?
walk?
We don't have them. We don't have them.
Dude, it's
mean,
6 months in.
All
Listen,
right.
short attention
Well, no, I'm
span
talking
theater.
about-
Give it a let them get the work done.
All right.
Come on now.
No, I know.
Stop
All
being
right, I hear
Debbie.
you.
No Debbie Downer here. Look.
I'm being Rick the
I'm
realist.
telling you, we are on the road here finally. And I trust me, I've been pessimistic about this for a long time. There is so much evidence here, and more coming. John Solomon said there is basically a dump truck more of this stuff coming, of people that were involved with releasing classified information. They raided Mar-a-Lago because of classified information, allegedly.
I hope I'm wrong.
But we've got the whistleblower on record, time and again. They've got the 302s. They've got the evidence. I mean, there's no getting out of this. I don't see it. I think they've actually finally got him in a half hit.
Steve, let me just kind of continue to poke this bear then. Because, yeah, I think we all agree. We see the evidence. It's damning to all of us. But unfortunately, the reality is there's been evidence in the past that we all thought, okay, we should be able to move forward. And there have been no, to David's point, perp walks. There's really been no prosecution. What makes this different? And yes, we're only 6 months in. I get this. But it seems to me
that's what's different. It's
really
2025. You answered your own question. It's 2025. It's not 2021, 22, 23, or 24. We actually have, because here's the thing. The DOJ was aware of this, according to John Solomon's reporting, and they didn't care. In 2021, 22, 23, and 24. This is 2025. There are new people in charge. I mean, Kash Patel's putting it out there. Pam Bondi's putting it out there. Chuck Grassley, the senator from Iowa, he's putting it out there. Tulsi Gabbard's putting it out there. It's not a matter of whether they have the information. Now, we're all seeing it for the first time. We've all assumed it. We've all guessed that this is where it was going, that these people had done things like Adam Schiff and John Brennan and James Clapper and Hillary Clinton and all of them, McCabe and Susan Rice, the list goes on. But for the first time since all of this started, mid-2016, all of it, because it's all part of the grand conspiracy. The mortgage fraud is just for sport. All part of the grand conspiracy, but we're actually seeing the documents, all of us. And they can sit over there at Chicken Noodle News and MSLSD and they can delude themselves and think, oh, this isn't serious. This is damn serious. These are damn serious charges for once. They actually have evidence. We've seen the evidence, we, the American people, and they can ignore it at the New York Times and they can ignore it at the Washington Post. Doesn't matter. The Department of Justice, the FBI, the rest, they're going to take a serious look at it. And when you seat the grand jury, which we know is happening, and you have this federal strike force, all of these things coming together. And how many people, ask yourself this, how many people like this whistleblower have been sitting there simmering for years going, this is wrong. What they did is wrong. I'm a Democrat, but what they're doing is wrong. How many people at the FBI sat there and watched similar things go on? They're like, we've had it. Now we can finally tell the truth. Now we can finally tell the truth and somebody will actually listen.
Yeah, I think the one piece that you might be not thinking of at this exact moment, Steve Gruber, is that people die. People die behind the scenes. They blackmail them. They find dirt on their children. They plant pornography, child porn, things like that. I mean, there are just a lot of ways to skin the proverbial cat here, and we haven't seen them pull out all of their tricks yet because I guarantee you they're going to go all in on this. So it'll definitely be interesting to watch.
100%. I agree with you. They will pull out every dirty trick in the book, but this whistleblower is on the record 4 different times. The evidence is there. Tulsi Gabbard's not scared of the pictures. Pam Bondi's not scared of the pictures. Kash Patel's not scared of the pictures because he's got them now. They know what's out there. They know and there's more coming. And who do you trust more when it comes to investigative reporting than our own colleague John Solomon? I'll tell you, I don't trust anybody more than him, and his evidence is on the record and on the table. And by God, they've got them, I believe. Now, maybe David's right. Maybe I get proven wrong, but I think they've got them.
Well, I just want to be clear. I want to be clear. No, I want to be clear. I'm not arguing with you on the merits of what you're saying. Yeah. Just to be clear, that's not what I'm saying.
We're just
Steve.
cynics.
I'm talking about. I'm channeling the skepticism of our audience. That's all I'm doing.
Yeah.
That's all I'm doing.
We got to get out of this.
I understand.
But Steve Gruber, we could go on with you all day, and Terrence would get so full of popcorn that he popped.
Oh,
thank you.
Hold on.
God bless America. We're gonna get them. We're gonna get them.
We all pray you're right,
all right.
Steve Gruber.
All
Thank you so much for being here with us,
Steve. Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah.
Thank you, Steve.
Love you guys.
Love you back. And Terrence is very thankful that he gets his popcorn break every time we have Steve Gruber on because he just wants to eat that popcorn. All right, coming up, Vice President J.D. Vance says he hopes Elon Musk will come to his senses and rejoin MAGA before the midterms. In moments, the vice president weighs in on the complicated relationship between the Tesla CEO and the White House. And later, fighting cancer will never stop this 11-year-old baseball fan from living out his dreams. Watch as Little Max throws the first pitch at Fenway Park. This when American Sunrise returns.